Member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And welcome to continuing coverage of this season of Riverton Lady Wolverine and Wolverine Soccer here on WyoToday Media. As always, I am Kevin Shields, voice of the Riverton Wolverines. I'm joined once again by the infamous, the famous, the man of the hour, Sean O'Brate, the sports writer for the Ranger, Lander Journal, and Wind River News, as well as those corresponding websites. Sean, how are you?
Well, I don't know if I can live up to all that, but I appreciate it, and I'm doing good. I'm ready to watch some soccer for a good cause.
Okay, well, welcome to the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show here on WyoToday Media. We've got the Douglas Lady Bearcats kicking off here in about 7.5 minutes against the Riverton Lady Wolverines in a matchup that, if my calculations are correct, Sean, doesn't have a ton of effect on how the playoff seedings would be. Riverton is in the driver's seat big time, of course, with only 2 games left tonight. The Pink Out, which we're going to have a special message for that. If you're here, hopefully you've got your either a pink shirt on like the Lady Wolverines do, or you've got one of these great gray shirts, Sean, that Cammie Pasket's mom, Miss Paskett, was able to hook me up with, and a $20 to a good cause. So if they have any extra, and I think they do here tonight, and you're here and you're listening, track them down, see if you can buy one. They're only $20. They look really good. They're gray with some pink on them. And if you're not here, hopefully maybe they might have a few extra afterwards that you could buy. But let's make this one a sellout. Let's have a good night for the Lady Wolverines along with a good cause. And we'll be back here on the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show with a special message regarding tonight's Pink Out game against the Douglas Lady Bearcats.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
And welcome back to WyoToday Media's coverage of Riverton soccer. Tonight is the Pink Out, Sean, and it's all in honor of a very special and important family and a big loss to the community as well. Are there even words that can describe the importance of families like this to communities like ours? If you've lived in Riverton for any time at all, I'm sure you've heard the name Roberta Miller. Roberta was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. Less than 10% of people live past 5 years with this disease. Roberta lived 12.5. For 12.5 years, Roberta fought. She fought for her family so she could continue to be a wife to Reggie and mother to Kendra and Kellen. She fought to be a daughter, sister, friend, teacher, role model. We could go on and on. Roberta got to see both of her children walk across the graduation stage of Riverton High School. She got to send both of her children to college. She got to watch her daughter walk down the aisle and welcome a son-in-law, Austin, into the family. She even got to hear the news that her first granddaughter is on the way. Quietly and gracefully, Roberta fought her own battle, and still, almost every Friday night, she could be seen in the stands, cheering on the Wolverines. Volleyball, basketball, football, soccer, you name it. She was there until she absolutely couldn't be. Roberta fought to be here when most would have given up, and now the Wolverines will fight for her. When we were deciding on a family to honor in our first annual Pink Night, it didn't take long to land on the Millers. While we can't even begin to show our gratitude for what this family has done for Riverton High School, we sure want to try. Please join us as we play for Roberta, PFR. JV game had kicked off at 3 earlier today, with the Lady Wolverines beginning here at 5 in about 4 minutes, and Wolverines at 7. We will be honoring the Millers at midfield during the event. Donations will be accepted all day via Venmo at RHS Booster Club or by check or cash at the event. Let's pack the stands for the Miller family. We'll be right back on WyoToday Media after this.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
And welcome back to the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show. Great message for the Miller family. Athletic Director Reggie Miller going through what none of us would ever want to go through, and doing so with dignity and grace, just as his wife did in her 12-and-a-half-year battle with stage 4 colon cancer. I'm sure it means a lot to him. It means a lot to us, and anybody who's had anybody they know go through cancer, which unfortunately is probably most of us. The girls are decked out in pink, and we're going to segue right in to the Sutherland starting lineup here on WyoToday Media. For the Douglas Lady Bearcats, number 1, a sophomore playing defense, Tatum Moore. Number 2, a senior playing defense, Emily Smith. Number 11, a midfielder/goalie, Brooke Wright at number 3, Number 5, a freshman midfielder, Bailey Wright. Number 10, a senior forward midfield, Allie Olson. Number 13, a freshman forward in midfield, Lauren Olson. Number 14, a forward midfielder freshman, Kale Starkey. Number 16, a senior defenseman, Bailey Budd. Number 19, a freshman midfielder, Macy Pyle. Number 22, a freshman striker midfield, Macy Engel. And in goal tonight, a sophomore, number 23, for the Lady Bearcats, Peyton Yost. The head coach is Justin Carr, assistant coach Brian Cropper. Managers are Gracie Kaiser and Michaela Snyder. Athletic trainer Zach Olivares, and student trainer is Colton Height. And now for your Lady Wolverines, your starters. In goal, a freshman, number 0, Ayana Meharado. Number 1, a junior, Olivia Bradley. Number 2, a senior, Camden Sheets. Number 4, a sophomore, Madison Fossey. Number 8, a freshman, Cammie Paskett. Number 11, a sophomore, Savannah Morton. Number 12, a sophomore, Emmy Weber. Number 13, a sophomore, Haley Engstrom. Number 19, a junior, Jordan Anderson. Number 22, a senior, Michaela Osborne. And number 29, a sophomore, Celie Morton. They are coached by Tanya Santee, assisted by Jeff Matisi and Marco Piazzi, and trainer is Ross Anderson. We'll be right back on WyoToday Media to start the game.
Get your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
And welcome back to WyoToday Media's coverage of Riverton soccer. We are here live at Riverton High School. Beautiful day in the mid-60s, although it is going to get a little chill down tonight, Sean, as this is going to be, I think, your latest starting time for a boys game with me.
Oh, definitely.
I think this is either tied or is my latest one, and if I've done one before, it was only one. So the wind is kicking. It looks like they were talking about gusts up to 40 today. It really hasn't materialized yet. Knock on wood. Hopefully we don't see that. But we are ready to kick off here with the Pink Night. We did do some last-second calculations. Well, Sean did. And while tonight's game by itself really doesn't mean a whole lot, these two games do. If they win tonight, they clinch one. They clinch the 1 seed at state. If to lose the 1 seed at state, though, they would have to lose tonight and tomorrow against Newcastle. Reminder, you can follow that game for the Lady Wolverines at 1 o'clock tomorrow on WyoToday Media, and I'll be joined once again honored by Sean's presence. We're going to have a good time, and here, just in case your wife's listening, we're looking forward to her moving over here next week.
Yes, we are, and she's just looking forward to going to some sports games, too. She wasn't a big sports addict like you and me growing up, so me taking her to all sorts of sports games across the valley of our relationship has made it pretty obvious that she's really into sports and she doesn't care what kind. So she's excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to it, and I know the community will welcome her with open arms just like they have you and myself. So we have kicked off here, Riverton kicking off and looking to push into the defensive half, immediately get stolen away by Douglas, and Douglas is going to try, it looked like, and work down the left side of the field, although it is headed out. Now, we might get a little lucky here because this is the first time the numbers really pop off these pink jerseys.
Yeah, right.
So we'll be able to see them. Unfortunately, due to my color blindness, I can't really tell it's pink, but the black on it, the black numbering does give it away big time. Nice outlet pass leading to a breakaway for Riverton early on. Cross it over. Goalie has to dive and make the save. That shot by number 19, of course, that'd be Jordan Anderson. Nice way to begin the match.
She had herself a game last game, too. She started off strong and finished strong. And, look, they're already getting back into the attacking third.
Two goals last game for her here at home, as well as for Cammie Paska and Maddie Fossey, who has come on offensively here in the second half of the season. Riverton looking to put pressure just like they did last game, and they're really trying to get down their possession like they had last game and pretty much do everything like they did last game. A 6-0 win and putting it into pressure. A mistake by the goalie there leads to a possible cross by 29, that being Seeley Morton, and it's going to go off the goalie and out, and it will be the first set piece corner kick with 38-27 still to play in the first in a 0-0 game here early from the campus of Riverton High School.
Yeah, Douglas's goalie just came out, and I don't know what she was thinking, but she left the goalie pretty much open, so...
I played that position, Sean. I don't know if I ever mentioned that. Yeah. But she hesitated. She came off her line. Corner kick is towards the goal. Almost in. Nice deflection, giving up the rebound by the goalkeeper, but able to pounce on top of it. So a good opportunity there. First real shot on goal, shot on target for the Riverton Wolverines. I couldn't, in that whole mess and chaos down there, tell who got that shot really off. And Douglas now with a breakaway. Meharado having to back up quickly. She comes out, did not hesitate, and gets the ball away for now. So that was good. And Savannah Morton was just coming down like a beast with speed to try and interrupt that. I think she could have gotten to it. And now they're going to flop possession a little bit, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds, but it's going to stay on the line. Actually, it has not gone out. It has not gone out at all.
And now there's two balls on the field.
A second ball on the field, and it's like California Stanford. The band is on the field. So chaos is the name of the game so far on that corner that almost went in. And then the second ball, they didn't wait for the side judge to throw up his flag, signaling it was out, and almost a catastrophic mistake. I don't know who that really gone against, and we got somebody way offsides. Partner, if I can tell it's offsides, it's way offsides. So offside flag goes up. First one we've seen, and so we will set up a kick here, free kick. And I bet you can't guess who's going to take the free kick.
I think it's the same person that's taken the last 500.
Savannah Moore, she didn't take one time last game, a corner kick. I think Jordan Anderson took. I don't remember who, but Savannah Morton has taken every other set-piece kick I've seen all season. So, and she's done phenomenal with them. So trying to push back up into the half. And now Douglas trying to get a break. Meharado significantly off her line.
Right.
Comes out, kicks it free away. Douglas actually taking advantage of here of some of these mistakes, Sean, and pushing the matter into the attacking third. It'll be interesting to see. Douglas so far has been beneficial. Taken away in the goal box, though. Nice little kickback. Centers it. It's going to be not a shot on goal. Could have taken one. Going down the right. Puts it on Meharado. She makes the save. Not on target. Just a little bit wide. But right now, the mistakes in the midfield, Sean, by Our Lady Wolverines are leading to breakaways.
Yeah, and the defensive line looks strong, but they're just getting past it way too easily. Meharado's about 30 yards away from the goal, and if it weren't for her, there'd be two easy goals for Douglas so far.
And the theme we got from the Wolverines coaching staff, the boys last week, was lack of focus. And you do worry about it here because, it's one of those things. Is the thought going through your mind that, well, we can win one of two? I know they'd like to stay undefeated, but we got a breakaway again by Douglas. Puts it on in goal. Just Marado actually did hesitate there, came off her line. And right now, I hate to say it, and it's something I would not have said, Sean, at all.
Not a great start.
But is by the defense, which is porous.
Yeah.
So far. Breakaways, timed runs being Douglas's friend, and Douglas leads 1-0 with 35:04 to play in the first half. So hopefully that wakes them up, Sean.
Yeah, and not just wakes them up. I think they had a plan offensively because they started with a good set structure for their offense. And so far, they've just been getting a little bit confused whenever the ball gets into Douglas's feet. So I wonder if you're right, if it'll wake them up or if maybe that'll make them change their offensive mindset a little bit here.
The one thing I can say we've seen from Douglas so far is the timing of their runs, minus the one offside, have been perfect. They have left at the right time to give themselves the break advantage, and they really haven't had to show an offensive set per se. It's all been fast break style.
Yeah, and Douglas, I mean, they're not just an easy team. That I don't want to say the team that Riverton played last week was easy by any chance, but it was on paper a much easier opportunity for Riverton. And right now, Douglas is all over them. Ooh, is no
chance for a break. No foul there, as she did get the ball first. One thing we can tell early on, Douglas is going to make Riverton work a lot harder for this W than last weekend. So that's not unexpected,
definitely
by
not.
any stretch of the imagination, but not the start you wanted to come out with if you're a Lady Wolverine, and we of course are.
And especially tonight, I feel like more people are going to be Wolverine fans, not just because they're wearing everyone's favorite color, but they are doing this for a great cause, and I think we're going to have a lot more people not only streaming, but here at the game. We got a pretty nice-sized crowd already.
We do. We absolutely do. Nice 5 o'clock start. Great weather so far. The only thing is the play hasn't matched the weather thus far. And some of it, sometimes when you play an easier opponent, you get a little bit more where you can just do anything you want to do. And Douglas is making them work for everything they get.
Yeah, we are only 7 minutes in, and I can already tell that a lot of the defensive structure that Riverton's really known for, at least the last couple weeks that I've been here, the defensive structure doesn't look the same. They're giving up a lot of easy passes right now.
And, folks, if you can see it, we'll point something out here because this is the game I love. So number 6 for Douglas is just hovering around midfield, and she is waiting to make a run.
I think it's number 5.
Okay, number 5. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm colorblind, man. Not that helps with numbers.
No.
I'd have to be number blind, I guess. But she's just hovering there, and she has timed her runs just perfectly. And, Riverton is – now they're starting to sag back a little bit. I think we see Camden Sheets right there. She's back around the 45. But against who did we play last week? I've forgotten.
Pinedale.
Against Pinedale, they were so far up. And here we go with another run
or no,
down
it was
the
Torrington.
left. Torrington, that's right. Here we go with another run. But what I was going to say is the Riverton defense was able to just keep pushing up to the point they were about the 35, 40-yard line.
And look, no defense right
that's
here.
That's an offside
okay.
As the flag is up early.
But
still, on the left side allowing a run there, they're getting behind them, but they're getting behind them without going offsides most of the time. So it'll be a free kick with 31:56 to play in the first half. Savannah Morton will take it as per usual.
And I see them being a little bit more cautious with their passes, whereas last week they were letting them fly, and they weren't afraid to get into the middle of 3 or 4 defensive Lady Wranglers or whoever they were playing. And right now they're playing a little bit scared on offense.
We got an opportunity here. Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper there on a shot by, I think that was either Jordan or Paskett. That was Jordan Anderson, her second shot. Goalie had to be really wise. She was trying to pop it over the top, but she's just there in time. So
looked like she blocked it with her face.
Great play by the goalie there. Gave up a rebound they usually don't want to give up. But here comes Riverton trying to work it down the right side. Long shot, nothing on it. Is going to be picked up by the goalkeeper. A streaking Olivia Bradley was trying to get to it, but just a little bit out of her reach. So the punt is off, and it's going to be taken by Haley Engstrom. Ingstrom has it, gives it up to Santee.
They are just.
As we've had some substitutions, we're sorry we missed those. The fight for possession between Savannah Morton and a player from Douglas, and that normally doesn't happen where she has to kick it back. Usually Savannah Morton's got the distinct strength and speed advantage, and there she was matched up pretty well to give kudos to Douglas.
Yeah, they're just playing like that. Almost all of them are playing a little bit just, I don't want to say off, but they are definitely playing a little bit off right now as their normal mindset, especially in midfield where they have dominated so far this season. They're just not playing the same. They're crowding the middle field. But you're right, number 5, she's waiting for it, and right now it doesn't look like Riverton is really set up to defend a breakaway.
Well, the question is it they're playing off, or Douglas is just that much better than the competition they had last weekend?
Very true.
So, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Douglas. I'm sure we probably have some people watching the game from there, and Douglas has played about as good as you could ask for in this first about 10 and a half minutes. Douglas now with the possession, and they are pushing forward. They've got 2 waiting on runs. This time the run not as well timed, and is going to be taken away by Savannah Morton.
And remember, Douglas lost to Riverton first game of the season for Douglas. They lost 1-0 to these Lady Wolverines. So you wonder if maybe there's a little bit of revenge in their mind as well.
Well, definitely that score, granted, early in the season, both teams have obviously improved, but
definitely
it was definitely a tight matchup. And right now they've got that lead 1-0, but Douglas doesn't seem content with that. They are trying to push 4 forward right now.
Yeah.
Abrielle Santee is going to try and take it away. Gets it taken away from her on a pass, but gets it right back. And now they're trying to sprint down the right side. Jordan Anderson Cammie Paskett with it on the far right. She's trying to beat her out. Does so. Cross is goal! What a cross off the goalkeeper and put in the back of the net by, I'm trying to lay eyes on it.
Number 1.
So that's Olivia Bradley, the junior, scoring there. She has not scored a whole lot this season, but she was there perfectly with a run to take up, as they would say, as my old coach would say, clean up the trash. It was set there right in front of her. She didn't overreact. She didn't hesitate, but she calmly put it in the back of the net.
And that all stemmed from a great pass by Cammie Paskett. She got it right over the goalie's hands. It might have tipped the goalie's hands a little bit, to be honest. So
it did.
And it was a pretty great pass by Paskett there.
So 1-0, and while
1-1.
1-1, excuse me. We do want to take this time to remember that donations for this pink out for the Miller family will be accepted all day via Venmo. You go to the @ or ampersand RHS Booster Club, or if you're at the game, by check or cash at the event tonight. So we really do want to fill those coffers up with donations. There might be, I don't know, a few T-shirts left. I really like this T-shirt.
Yeah, it feels nice, too.
I like it. It's comfortable. It's the right size. It fits like an XL, and it's really nicely done. So whoever designed those up, we don't have a name on that, but we'd really like to say, hey, well done. Meharada with a bit of a save there. She gets out to Paskett. It's a 4-on-2, it looks like. Paskett just abuses the first defender trying to stop her and is now going down the right side. She's going to be looking for a cross. I think she's probably going to take it all the way to the goal line and try and get it taken away. Nicely done by the Douglas defense, and they try and clear it out of danger.
Partner, this is the journalism major in me, but an ampersand is not the @ sign. That's
okay,
the and
thank
sign.
you. Yeah, what's the @ one? What's it called?
It's just called the @ sign, if I'm not mistaken.
I come from the business side. So the @ symbol.
It's okay. I still have to explain hashtag.
Which used to mean nothing.
Yeah, right.
If someone can explain to me why that was on like rotary phones and on push-button phones back when we had phone lines. Do you even remember phone lines?
Oh, yeah. I had an old rotary phone at my grandparents' house that I would love to have and use if I ever need a landline again.
That was telling at your grandparents' house.
Still there, still sitting there. I don't think it's even connected to anything.
Now, Wyoming, I don't think they have to, but everywhere else I know has gone to 10-digit dialing and whatnot. So, but the 307, I think we can dial without that. But out of habit, I dial 307 no matter what. So, but let's get back to the game here. 26:48 to go, 1-1 tie. Goal by Olivia Bradley. I'm not going to say that's her first because we haven't been calling away games this year. We hope to bring them next year to you for Riverton, as we think this season has been a success. and we look forward to that. But it's the first goal that I can remember her scoring. So at home, so it's well done. She plays a vital role in a lot of things that don't reach the stat sheet. Nice to see her get one here on what is really an elongated pink out senior day, but a senior weekend, if you will.
Right, and senior night tomorrow, like you said, at 1 o'clock. There's going to be a lot of honoring the seniors here, boys and girls. And it'll be a little bit earlier in the day, but it is Saturday, and hopefully the weather will be just as nice as it is now.
And, the good news is Riverton's playing so well, the Lady Wolverines are, is unless I'm missing one here, and we'll get tomorrow, they've only got 3 seniors on this whole team. So now the year after that, they've got a lot of sophomores. Douglas, the impressive part of them is I can't tell you how many times I said freshmen. So Paskett's now working down in the box. She kicks it back out, and they're trying to reset. Stolen away by Douglas, though, as they collapse defensively, and they will look to try and break free.
And look at how they're filling up the midfield, but like earlier, Douglas is just getting past them too easily right now. They're just getting past the one person they need to get past, and suddenly it's an open shot.
Douglas was trying to work it down the left side of the field, and it does go out of bounds off Douglas on a heel back. And I do believe Savannah Morton with the throw in. She throws the ball about 20, 25 yards there. Some strength on that throw. Taken away by Douglas, though. Douglas does work through 2 defenders. Puts the shot on goal. Good.
Wow.
That was Meharatu just way off her line. Perfectly placed over her head. Nothing she could do about it at that time. Sean, that goal was scored 5 seconds before it went in based on where Meharatu was and the choice to kick it long and high.
Yeah, and, Meharatu's doing a great job of when it's in the open field, she's able to get to the ball. But right then and there, you're right. It was just she was off her line.
She needed to get back.
Yeah.
She needed to get back there as they got closer. But water under the bridge, and with 24:54 to go in the first half, it is now 2-1 Douglas. So we have scored exponentially more in this second game against Douglas. We've seen more scoring in the first 16 or 15 minutes and 6 seconds than we saw in the entirety at Douglas.
Yeah, and partner, I was looking it up. I can't find any goals for Olivia Bradley on this season, so that might have been her first one. But according to WyoPreps, I can't find anything on Bradley scoring. So kudos to her. It is the only goal for Riverton right now with 24:54 left in the first half. And, it's obviously just a one-point game, but the way Douglas is playing, you got to stay on offense. You cannot let anything get lackadaisical anytime soon.
The defense has got to tighten up. The clock's not moving.
The clock is not moving.
So,
no ref noticed it either.
No.
It's okay. More time for Riverton to score a goal. And I think we got some substitutions in here. Celie Morton is coming out, and I believe I saw 24 coming in.
24 would be sophomore Riley Johnson. As we are starting to see defensively, Douglas has exposed some things here, and that can be good and bad at this point in the season. Good is they'll expose some that could be exposed during the state tournament, but you really want to go into state on a hot streak.
Oh, definitely.
Reminder that we will have all the Riverton Wolverine state games that we can get and all the Lander Valley ones that we can get, because there is a possibility they could play at the same time against 2 different people. Travis Gupton, sports director for WyoToday Media, will be on the call out of Cheyenne, I do believe.
Yes, he will.
And he'll
be
be calling that next weekend. So we
Have fun with that, my friend. I wish I could go.
We look forward to that, and then me and you basically get to transition start next Saturday to Raider baseball.
Yes.
They did have a game earlier, the C team against the new Legion team out of Lander Valley, and that was a doubleheader. I know you were up there covering it for the Ranger. How'd that go?
That was actually a really fun time. The first game, I believe it was 13-2 in favor of Riverton. The second game, they didn't cap it on any time. They were waiting for someone to come ahead and end an inning, and it ended up 22-22, partner. That was a very, very long game. But you know what? The Raiders team, they're looking legit. And this new Legion team for Lander, the Lander Legends, they are a force to be reckoned with maybe in the future.
So 22-22,
That's a
Greg
football
Maddox,
score.
Tom Glavin pitcher's duel. But I'm looking forward to getting out to the Diamond. I hope you guys listening and watching will have all that on WyoToday. We are going to broadcast some of those games on KTAK this year as well. So we will be out there next Saturday. I don't know the time off the top of my head. My day planner's at the office.
I believe it's at 12 o'clock.
So we do believe it's first one kickoff. First pitch will be at 12 noon. And I'm looking forward to getting out there. That's a fun booth we got there with Scott and his wife up in the booth as well. And here we go again, a breakaway potentially. Meharado comes off her line and easily clears it, but still not able to figure out on the fly, at least so far, Sean, this offensive attack that is definitely built on speed.
Yeah, and the speed is typically on the Riverton side.
Cami Paskett trying to work down for a goal. She gives a little bit of a shove, and she is going to get called by that. You can see both hands, arms fully extended. She's not going to get away with that. In fact, we now kind of have an idea of how the ref wants to call this, because usually a shove like that might lead to a yellow just because it was not playing the ball. So looks like they're going to let him play, hopefully. And we did see three yellow cards in the boys' game last week.
I think we saw 4. I counted 4,
okay,
partner.
4. No one getting doubled up, luckily, so no one having to miss any time. And here goes Douglas again trying to get the break. Meherado's just going to retreat into the box, pick it up, and look to punt it downfield.
Yeah, the yellow cards in the boys' game last week, the coach even told me after, they were expecting that to be a dogfight, and they knew that it was going to be physical. So I think the way that they lost last week, and I'm not going to say anything about some of the kids, but you could tell they just looked a little mentally lost and lapsed at the end of the game. They didn't want to play anymore. So the coach got that out of their minds during this week of practice, and I'm excited to see if they come back with that physicality.
Breakaway by Douglas. Douglas looking to just put a little bit too far out in front by Douglas, by the Lady Bearcats there. Meharado able to smother it, yet still the giving up breakaway opportunities persists. And a steal here, and Douglas looking to do the exact same thing. Luckily for Riverton, it being in the second, their half of the field already had the full defense back, which Douglas is trying to very much create numbers every time they can. Paskett's going to try and free up. I'm trying to catch a number there, but I think it is.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Okay, no, it was Alicia Vargas. And here comes Douglas. They're not letting the goalkeeper have any moment of time. They're trying to put pressure. They're trying to imitate Sean Carruth from earlier in the season. Right before you got here, he took one right in a very similar situation. A goalkeeper, Meharado wasn't being lazy there, but was kind of lazily playing it for the opposition. He took it right off his foot and scored it. So we've got a substitute. We got Paskett coming out for number 1, Olivia Bradley.
And Sealy Morton coming in, too.
Sealy Morton is coming in as well. Douglas is going to take this opportunity with 19:55 to go in the first half. 2-1, Lady Bearcats of Douglas.
And Sealy Morton plays great defense, plays great midfield, but she can play a lot of offense whenever they need her to. So she's kind of an all-around player, and let's see if maybe they use her a little bit more.
Trying to break out was Douglas, taken away by Riverton, and Riverton now going to try and work it down the right side. Vargas has it, gets it over to Sealy Morton, the aforementioned Sealy Morton, and back to Vargas. Vargas trying to outrun the defender, cannot, taken away by Douglas.
And the midfield here is where it all breaks down. Oh, it's Aspen Brown on the other side.
Oh, it's Aspen Brown. Thank you. Aspen Brown on the far side there. Could not see the number. Okay, Aspen Brown, they're trying to hit her on a breakaway pass there, but missed. But she does get physical, takes it away. Real physical battle here for the ball, taken away by Douglas. Ball's going to be stopped, tries to clear, goes off the foot kind of wrong by Santee, and Douglas has it again. But right now, numbers, and it's cleared by Savannah Morton. Trying to hit Aspen again down that right side. They are definitely trying to work the right.
Yeah, and whereas in basketball and a couple other sports, one person can really take over a game. Soccer's a team sport, obviously, but Riverton really needs someone to step up here and do something a little special and get a spark back for this team right now on offense.
Bradley with it now, and it's going to go out. Nope, it's not going to go out of bounds. It's going to be taken away by Douglas, but Bradley comes back, takes it right back, but kicks it over to a Douglas defender. Ooh. And now we're at the midfield fighting for possession. Riverton's going to come away with it. Olivia trying to catch up to it. Cannot. Was looking for her second goal. Nicely timed run. Just a little bit out of her reach. And Douglas eventually is going to be able to clear it down towards Camden Sheets. Beat on the far left, and the flag goes up for offsides at 17:52 and counting in the first half. 2-1, Douglas Lady Bearcats.
And they got lucky there because that could have easily been yet another breakaway. But Mejarado, she's coming off her goal just a little bit, and I don't expect her to stop because she really does like to play the ball right there. And I just wonder if maybe if another goal goes past her, if maybe she changes up her mindset on how she's going to continue to play goalie. Because you're right, this is probably the most work she's done in the last 6 or 7 games that we've called.
Morton trying to go down the right again to Aspen. Aspen Brown unable to get to it, and it's taken away by Douglas, and they will try and work down the left. They have a breakaway, no flag up, but look at the speed of Savannah Morton just catching up. But Douglas able to keep possession of it, finally taken away, cleared out of the way by Abrielle Santee, but Douglas is going to come back with it and try and push it towards the center. Going to go just over the goal line, and it will be a corner kick. So set piece here with 16:45 to go in the first half. 2-1 Lady Bearcats.
And this could be dangerous the way that their speed has been, especially on their corner kick so far.
So only 4 in the box there for Douglas, and it's going to be kicked away and back towards the corner. And now we're fighting for possession, and it's going to be somewhat cleared by Maddie Fossey.
Fossey's having a lot of work to do today. She's doing it in the midfield right now. She's doing it in the defensive third, but she's getting her name a lot.
It'll be interesting to see if she's one of the ones who steps up. Now we've got a cross. Mejarado's going to let it go over the goal line. It'll be a goal kick. It'll be taken most likely by Savannah Moore. Maddie Fossey last week, one of her better, and she's had some good ones, one of her better offensive stat sheets of the year.
Definitely.
As she had 2 as well. Of course, listeners to Riverton Sports know her well as Camden Sheets from I just went blank. Haley Ingstrom from Riverton basketball, playing out here on soccer. Maddie Fossey really shining on the soccer pitch this season, both on things that show up in the stat sheets and things that don't. And we're going to have an offsides flag go up against Douglas with 15 and a half minutes to go in the half.
And I don't know if anyone saw the Facebook post on the Ranger or anything about this game, but the donations are coming in left and right, and there actually are people that did donations for every offsides call, every goal, every save. So whoever's donating whatever money for offsides call is already putting up a couple extra bucks there.
I do love the fact that we have prop donations, prop bets as they would call it, over at the casinos here. I love those just because they're so interesting. We should have had one that was on how long the Pledge of Allegiance was and stuff of that nature. So Riverton in the attacking third, gets it taken away by Douglas, taken right back by Riverton, but taken right back by Douglas. So fighting for possession. Coming out is Maddie Fossey. She looks to get it over to 29. That'd be Celie Morton. Morton over to Sarah Hutchinson. Or no, that's Cammie Paskett, number 8. I can't see the numbers as much as I brag about them being better.
Cammie had a great pass to herself there, but then it got caught up in the second defender.
Paskett looking to throw it in here with 14:20 to go in the half. Nice long throw to Fossey. Trying to track it down is Riley Johnson. She does. She has to kick it back, and unfortunately it's right to a Douglas player. Douglas makes a move around Michaela Osborne, and they are looking to break it out, but there is nobody looking to make a run for Douglas at the 14 mark with a 1-goal lead for the visitors.
Yeah, Douglas is definitely getting the better of the midfield and getting into their attacking third a lot easier than Riverton is used to. Oh, nice.
Maddie Fossey with a nice move there, but just out of her own reach. She comes back to try and take it away, and now we may have a breakaway here. Mejarato all the way out at the 23-yard line, so 33 yards out of her goal, and clears it successfully. And even though we're not broadcasting, I do understand there's a very big track meet going on this weekend up at Lander Valley.
There's quite a few. There's one at Shoshone. There's one in Kimmerer. There's a couple all around right now.
Crossed by Riverton. Riverton looking for the goal. Oh, it just goes just past the goalie. It was wide open, but nobody there to take advantage of it. And Riley Johnson is now fighting with a Douglas player. She does come away with it. Nice move by Riley. Riley to Paskett on the left, around the 20. Back out to Johnson. Johnson gets stuck up with a Douglas defender who comes away with the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Riley. I think she got a little too active with the feet on the ground. Headed away by Savannah Morton, but right to a Douglas player, and Douglas looking to counter now. They've got something working down the left, a full push, not called, but it is tracked down by Morton. Morton, it goes out of bounds, and it will go over to the Wolverines. I only know about the track thing, one, reading the paper, but number two is I was told, because my wife and family are coming over in June, and we're looking for a place to live right now. And the hotel I'm staying at said they had 139 track athletes. So that's right, you're staying in the same hotel. So we may have a little rowdiness, a little bit, some teenagers there tonight when we get back.
Yeah, no one better be jumping in the room above mine.
So, and we'll give them a plug. Thanks to the Hampton Inn for everything they do for us over at the radio station, as well as at the newspapers as far as putting us up and everything like that. They are one of our great sports sponsors here, along with other folks like Lander and Western Medical Family Care, Bailey's Auto and Tire, Sutherland's, Wyoming DOT, etc. You can check those out on the bottom of your screen at the left, and we'd really love you to go take a look at what they offer and shop with them if that's the case. And if it's Wyoming DOT, of course, just pay attention to the fact they're asking you not to text and drive and things, and then click it or ticket. So 2-1, 11:30 to go here in the first half. Riverton has not looked like itself defensively. Offensively, they've looked all right. They are facing a tough Douglas defense, but defensively has been where the real difference has been so far. But great takeaway there by Abrielle Santee. Unfortunately, goes right to a Douglas player, and she's way offside.
And I think of the games before today, I could probably count on my hand how many times Riverton would have to kick it back to their goalie, and they've already surpassed that by at least a couple dozen here, because every time they get a little bit flustered in the midfield, they kick it back to Meharada or they kick it back to Savannah Morton, and one way or another, they're not getting the pressure that they're typically used to getting and getting into the attacking third.
Free kick by Savannah Morton. She was trying to hit Cammie Paskett, just not far enough. Overran by Maddie Fossey and taken away by Douglas. Douglas looking to get the break going, and now they've got a chance to possibly split. They do. They get to the center, wide open. Nice stop by Savannah Morton, and Meherado's able to get it. And Meharado there was kind of great play by Savannah Morton because Meharado was kind of stuck. She was fading back, but not fully, and she was kind of stuck on what she wanted to do, second-guessing herself a little bit. It's just been a weird game.
It really has, especially on defense for the Lady Wolverines.
But that's also a testament to how good Riverton's talent level is, that it's a weird game. They have not played their best, and they're still 2-1. They're 2-1 dogs, but they are putting pressure at times. This is going to come away to
right here. Here's the pressure.
Jordan Anderson. Anderson over to Sealy Morton. Morton trying to go center, looking for Cammie Paskett. Douglas able to snuff that out, clear it out. Haley Engstrom now with the ball at around the 35. She's going to kick it back to around midfield to Savannah Morton. Morton kicks it way high and with a ton of backspin. So it winds up back with Engstrom.
Nice
Engstrom
pass.
trying to get Paskett free, and just a little too much touch on it, and went a little bit too far. But still, good thinking. Taken away right off the goalie punt there. And they're looking to hit Paskett again. It's going to not be far enough this time, but taken away by Jordan Anderson. Anderson looking for the shot. Goal! Jordan Anderson from 20 yards out puts it just high enough out of the reach. Goalkeeper got her fingertips on it, but it was no good on the save. So here with something 9:06 to go in the half. Football goalpost in my way. We're all knotted up at 2. Goals by Olivia Bradley and Jordan Anderson.
And as we were just saying, someone needs to step up, and they were trying to get the ball to Cammie back and forth and back. They were trying to get it to Cammie and only Cammie, it seemed like. And what do you know? As soon as they start doubling up on Cammie Paskett, Jordan Anderson gets a shot off.
It was well done. Good shot. Right on target as far as direction goes, from not a great angle, even though it was far out. and then Jordan able to put it just out of the reach. Great effort by the keeper. Gave it a jump. Need to be able to jump about 2 inches or have 2-inch long fingernails. One of the two.
I was just about to say the goalie wishes she was about an inch taller today because both of the goals have come right off the fingertips of her.
They're going to try and get it to Paskett. They do.
What a stop.
Chance to take the lead. Goal! Kimmy Paskett! And quickly, after all that time of not playing to their best in the span of 1 minute, now with 8:35 left in the first half, Riverton Lady Wolverines 3. Lady Bearcats of Douglas 2. So what a difference 60 seconds makes.
That's a 2-on-1 switcheroo right there, I'll tell you what. And I think that...
Not a great pass, but great footwork by Cammie there to settle it down. And you knew when she settled it down and she was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, goalkeeper didn't stand a chance.
Definitely, and Cammie's still trying to be aggressive right now. And she was able to get that stop pretty well right out of the air. I mean, put her leg right up in the middle of the air and stopped it herself. And as soon as she got it down on the ground, there was no stopping her.
Mejarado has to put that out of bounds. I was worried about her because she was having to turn her back, and 22 was jetting downfield. So Douglas not taking this lightly now in the attacking third, trying to fight. Oh, taken right off the face by Sealy Morton. Ball is going to bounce out, though, and it's going to be off of Douglas, so it will be a goal kick. We know that Savannah Morton will be taking that. So, again, 7 minutes and 50 seconds, 3-2. For the vast majority of this first half, it was 2-1 Lady Bearcats. But in the span of about 1 minute, Cammie Paskett and Jordan Anderson, in exact opposite order of that, scored goals. Olivia Bradley with what we do believe may be her first goal of the season earlier in the match. So, a great last about 5-7 minutes by Riverton as they've really started to put the pressure on. Reminder, this game ended 1-0 at Douglas, and it's already 3-2.
It was at a neutral field, I believe.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to go out, and it's going to be inbound to throw. Looks like it's going to be Sealy Morton, as Riverton would love to put another one in the back of the net here. Ingstrom with it, looking to work down the left. Gets it to Morton, Sealy Morton.
There's that
gets
passing
it to
that
Jordan,
we were talking about earlier.
And it's going to bounce and stay in because of the backspin on it. Sealy Morton now with it, try to heal it back to herself, and she looks to center it. Unfortunately, no one there, and Douglas will kick it up to about midfield where it's chested down by Santee. Taken away by Savannah Morton. Morton looking to hit Paskett possibly. She does. Paskett's going to have a chance at a breakaway. She's in the box. She's going to she's going to get tripped by the goalkeeper, but still in danger, and we're going to have a whistle, and we're going to have a foul of some sort.
Cammie's still on the ground.
That may be against Paskett running into the goalie like that. They're going to check on her to make sure she's okay. She seems to be. She's walking it off. Might see a sub here. I do see Maddie Fossey, who would be one of the more likely people to possibly come in to give her a break. Nope. They get Olivia Bradley, another one who's likely to come in for her, and she will. So Paskett and Riley Johnson are going to come out for Maddie Fossey and Olivia Bradley. It'll be a goal kick after the whistle there. And Paskett maybe just took one too many dribbles there to keep herself
She's mad at
away.
Herself down here on the sideline. She thinks she could have gotten that a little bit easier.
Oh, yeah, she's not. That was textbook Cammie Paskett on the play leading up to the attempt.
And now we got midfield drama again here.
6:10 to go. Fighting for possession. Aspen Brown going to try and send it upfield. It's taken away by Douglas. Douglas trying to hit someone on a run, and they've got somebody, but they overrun it, allowing the defense to get back. Savannah Morton with a nice steal, Savannah. Riverton trying to work it towards the right side, taken away by Douglas. And we're going to have the flag go up for offsides with 5:45 to play in the first half. Your Lady Wolverines up 3-2.
Whoever's donating for those offsides, they are definitely getting their money's worth today, I will tell you that much.
Okay. The @ RHS Booster Club is where you can donate to this great cause here for the Pink Out. Go there, or that's where you can actually Venmo it. Venmo it to them. Any donation is appreciated, obviously, for the Miller family. I mean, just think about everything they do for Riverton Athletics, but not just Riverton Athletics, the community as a whole in all Fremont County.
And Reggie Miller, activities and athletic director here, doesn't even have any kids still in Riverton High, and he's still working.
Olivia Bradley tried to deflect it. I think she wanted to get a softer touch on it to set it up for her shot, and it goes to the goalie with under 5 now, just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. And boy, have things changed in the last 10 minutes of the half here. Still with just under 5 to go in it, and Riverton has really started to put some pressure on, but here comes Douglas and taken away by the defense. Haley Engstrom trying to get up to it. It's kicked over her head. Meharado going to be able to easily play this. Picks it up, looks to punt with 4:26 to go. And here we go. Celie Morton trying to work it down, trying to find Olivia Bradley. She's trying to cause the defenseman to have to do that, which is kick it out for a corner kick, I do believe. And they're going to signal in. Cammie Paskett's coming back. She's going to come back in, I do believe, for Aspen. Maybe. No, Alicia Vargas, actually. So, Alicia, thank you. Alicia Vargas is back coming out. Cammie Paskett in. And the corner kick will be set up and taken. It's not Savannah Morton.
Oh.
It is Maddie. Oh, it's a throw by Maddie Fossey. It did hit right there. Paskett trying to take it away here in the box. Puts it on goal. Goal! Oh, wow. Cammie Paskett says, I will not be denied at the 3:36 mark. Just a beautiful touch over the head of the goalie to be able to put that up there, Sean. And with such little distance to just pop it right over her head. That is Cammie Paskett's second goal of the night. Olivia Bradley and Jordan Anderson with 1 each. So it is now 4-2. Riverton Lady Wolverines. The difference in the last 7 minutes has been astounding. It was 2-1 at the 9-minute and 30-second mark.
Right, and it's in the last 6 minutes, it's not only gotten 3 goals up for Riverton, but the motivation and the just the spark that's been lit underneath them has increased. And look, they're doing it again.
Fossey trying to hit Paskett on the right side. Does. Centering pass, eaten up by the goalkeeper. So they want more.
They do, and I would want more too. I mean, this is a big game. This is a special game, and you want to make sure that Douglas, who's third in their division, I mean, they could see them again in the state tournament next week. They really could.
Nice defensive play there by Haley Engstrom, but they're now going to hit number 13, but it's going to roll out of bounds before she can get to it. So they're still sticking with that plan that has worked, is Douglas, which is trying to hit the breakaways. But the defense has tightened up quite a bit. I wouldn't say they're playing their full A game yet, but they're getting there, and it has led to the offense being able to put pressure greatly on Douglas. Douglas did not think this is how the half would end.
Definitely
7-8 minutes ago. They had to feel pretty good, and now backs against the wall. And Cammie Paskett's going to be looking for the hat trick the rest of the game.
Right, and she might be looking for it right now before the end of the half.
So if someone's listening here in the stands, I'd love it if just one person throw a hat on the field if she gets it.
Man, I left my beanie in the car. I would do it for you.
If you could throw it from here to the field,
I'll frisbee it.
We need to get you a tryout with the Rockies. Reminder, we do apologize about KDNO and KWYW. We had some issues on Copper Mountain with our antenna, but they are back up. Granted, they're on low power, so if you've been wondering where the Rockies games are, they are back on KWYW. No, yeah, I think it's KWYW or KDNO, one of the two. I just forgot. I just had a bit of a brain meltdown.
Did you have your coffee today?
No, I didn't. Riverton's trying to put pressure. It's first caffeine I've had all day, so maybe that's it. Riverton trying to put pressure on, but Douglas is going to come away with
nice
it.
Shoulder.
Nice rub off by Haley Engstrom, and she's just plowed. And you know what? While that is a foul, I don't mind Douglas kind of being like, what? Because they just got shoved and they didn't go to the ground. So I understand where they're coming from, but oh well. Olivia Bradley had it down the left side. It's now going to go out for a throw. Looks like Celie Morton's going to be throwing in. She throws it back towards Haley Engstrom as we're at 1:10 and counting in the first half. Paskett now with it, trying to take it away, but Douglas is able to get a hold of it. Sealy Morton back over with it, gives it up. Haley Engstrom able to chest it down / foot it down, and is looking to go back up that right side. Way to keep possession. They throw up a flag for a foul, I do believe. I don't think it went out of bounds. I thought it was just two people playing hard for it, but they do get the benefit of the whistle. So Savannah Morton going to put it towards the middle. It's going to go over one defender, and now Jordan Anderson trying to go far right. Nobody was there. Cammie Paskett will track it down, and what a beautiful turn by her. She's down into the box now on the far right side, trying to work it up, and we're going to get a foul again. This one also against Douglas, so it will set up basically a corner from the right side. Free kick. Savannah Morton is going to track down there, and she's got 11 seconds, 10 seconds. She's got to hurry. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. She's not going to get it off in time, I don't think. 3, 2, put in, and it's going to fall harmlessly to the ground as we were so late in it. So after the first half, Riverton Lady Wolverines come storming back from a 2-1 deficit to lead 4-2. We will be right back with the WyoToday halftime show after these messages.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
My name is Sarah Lowe, and I have been in law enforcement in Fremont County for 13 years. I didn't know much about therapy in general until I got injured in October of 20 chasing a cow. So I had to get shoulder surgery. And after my surgery with Fremont Orthopedics, I went to Fremont Therapy. And they were really excited to see you. So it was a really warm, welcoming experience. We tried all sorts of different methods to increase and make sure I had the best mobility for my job. Rachel's a firecracker. She's just a little spitfire. It was fantastic, a great environment to go and have your therapy.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Wind River Family and Community Healthcare has clinics located in Arapahoe, Ethity, and Riverton. We provide family medical services along with dental, optometry, behavioral health, physical and occupational therapy, and more. Our in-house lab and pharmacy at all locations make for a one-stop primary healthcare center for your healthcare needs. Wind River Family and Community Healthcare is striving for a stronger, healthier community because Wind River cares. More information can be found at windrivercares.com.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now. Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Travis.
And welcome back to WyoToday's coverage of Riverton soccer. We've got about 10 seconds left. We're going to have an abbreviated halftime show as we do want our sponsors to get some airtime. So we went a little bit long on that. Goals, Olivia Bradley had the first. Jordan Anderson with the second, where she knotted up 2-2. A minute later, Cammie Paskett got her first of two to give Riverton a 3-2 lead after trailing 2-1 for the majority of the first half. And then on a beautiful individual play by her, about 3 minutes later, netted her second to make it 4-2 and where we currently stand. Douglas now with the ball and in a bit of a hole, trying to break out and defensively put downfield. And Cammie Paskett's going to try and work down it. Just couldn't handle that hot shot by Savannah Morton as far as the pass goes. It does wind up going out of bounds, though, and we'll go over to Riverton on an absolutely gorgeous evening.
Right, it's gotten a lot better out here. It wasn't bad to begin with, but right now it is just gorgeous. And I kind of overheard a little bit of what Santee was telling her kids. Number 10 and number 5 for Douglas have just been abusing the middle field and getting whatever they want with ease. So watch for them to maybe, there's 10 right there, watch for them to maybe try and buckle up a little bit on them.
Breakout kicked away by Mejerado, and now we will fight for the ball at around the 40-yard line in the defensive half for your Lady Wolverines. It's going to come away, and here they've got an opportunity. Maddie Fossey trying to lead long. Celie Morton. Morton's going to have an opportunity at least to make it a little bit interesting and a little bit dangerous. They fight for it. Oh, it kicked out by Celie Morton for a goal kick. I'm not sure she would have been able to keep it from being a throw-in for Douglas, but now they just get to boot it down the field. So 38-38. Again, like we said, this one game could not knock the Lady Wolverines out of the 1 seed in the East for state next week, but they can clinch the 1 seed by winning here tonight. And they are well on their way, which for about 32 minutes, we didn't think they were well on their way.
Right? It was a lot more of they need to get back on their special defense that we've been talking about and praising all season. And suddenly their defense wasn't really the issue. Their offense just exploded, and now their defense is just a hindsight. And they're going to throw in here.
Throw-in is going to be taken right away by Riverton, but it's going to go out of bounds. So we will wash, rinse, and repeat as the Prel bottle used to command us to.
And I think now that they're playing a little bit stronger midfield defense, you got to expect for that offense to start coming off the line just a little bit faster than it was around this time in the first half.
You expect that at some point. I don't expect Douglas, though, to change up what they're doing.
Definitely not. It worked.
Well, defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit, but what are you going to do when Cammie Paskett makes moves like that, when Jordan Anderson is on target from that deep and Olivia Bradley's there and cleans up a rebound? None of those were defensive set problems.
Definitely.
For Douglas. It was just great play by Riverton. Douglas still is going to try and get the breakouts, and they have worked at times. It's been pretty much the only shots that they've seen, and they have netted 2 of them. So if you're Douglas, you're probably thinking you want to get at least 1 in the next 10 minutes.
Right, and they're trying.
To get 1 in the next 10 minutes, and then it's a very easy you've got plenty of time to get the next one. It's not easy, but it's easier than if we're under 10 and it's still a 2-goal deficit. And here we go. Douglas does have a breakout here. What speed by Savannah Morton? It's going to have to be cleared away.
No.
And I think that's going to be illegal touching potentially. Nope. It's going to be a foul against Douglas because I thought there for a second that Savannah Morton kicked it back to her.
Well, it looked like 24. Riley Johnson, she almost stepped on her own keeper's head. Like, I just don't even know where the foul would have been. But either way, I mean, that was a good stop by Mejorado. She's still out of her box. I mean, she's still playing the same way she played when she allowed 2 goals, but right now it's working.
Celie Morton trying to work it down now the right side. She's got something there. It's going to go off of a Douglas player and out of bounds. Throw in is to Cammie Paskett. She's going all the way towards the goal line, looking to cross. Nobody
No one
there.
Oh, wait.
Oh, just missed there. The shot by let me see your number.
I think it's 22. Yeah, it's 22.
Michaela Osborne there with the shot attempt. Thank you to the PA announcer here tonight. For letting us know that. Could not lay eyes on the number. Not a name you usually call out with shots on goal, but due to an error by the defenseman there and clearing it, excuse me, Osborne able to get a shot on goal. I think if she'd known it was going to come through, it'd been a lot harder shot on goal.
Definitely.
So,
and I watched Michaela Osborne sign her letter of intent to CWC yesterday, so congrats to her.
for soccer?
Just in general to go to CWC.
Okay, yes, that was the academic
Yeah.
signing yesterday. Cool thing they do there for we always give the athletes broadcasts and signings are known, National Signing Day and all that. Cool thing done by Riverton and a lot of schools nationwide, but not all, where they do highlight those who are signing on or are going to be going to college for a variety of reasons and majors and whatnot. So cool little thing to honor those kids.
Nice
and
moves.
we appreciate it.
Nice
and now number 4
moves.
trying to get Paskett open.
Oh.
She's just going to go wide with it. You can tell she was just trying to dribble it to herself and then come off with the shot. And just a little bit too hard of a touch. And luckily for Douglas, it does go out for a goal kick.
Cammie's limping.
So that was a beautiful pass by Maddie Fossey. Cammie a little bit ginger there, but hopefully nothing too bad. Let's see here. I do see that Olivia Bradley is standing up, but I don't know if she's going to be coming in.
And that was a great move by Paskett. I mean, she had the right idea. If there was a secondary Lady Wolverine there, that would have been an easy goal, number 5 for him. But Paskett's taken a lot of this on herself. She's putting the weight of the team on her shoulders right now. And, yeah, she's still walking pretty gingerly right now, not her full speed. Hoping that she's going to be able to walk it off here.
Trying to feed Jordan Anderson. We're going to have a handball most
No,
likely.
no handball.
Nope, they're not going to call it. The bench wanted it. Everybody in the stands wanted it because everybody saw it. But in soccer, that's always the big thing. One true on-field official, and that's it. So you really do miss some things just by the fact you can't see the whole thing at all times. It's just physically impossible. Douglas now trying to work their way down for a shot. They have really not been able to maintain possession and get a set-up kind of offensive series shot. They have had to rely on the breakaway time and again, and it's worked out some for them. But to not have that in your arsenal now is kind of hurting them, I do believe.
What's scary is for Douglas, the breakaways are working. They're getting open. They're working to get past the defense. The goals just aren't going in. Thankfully to Mejorado's speed and her skill, and also maybe an offsides call or two. But yeah, the breakaways are what they're relying on. The sad thing is they're working to get there.
Paskett able to feed it over to Celie Morton. Morton trying to bring it down the right. She's going to get physically taken off the ball, and Douglas is going to look to clear it, and they do somewhat. And now they're looking to get a nice breakaway going, and they've got something working on the left side. 10 is coming down. Giving chase is Camden Sheets. Cross to nobody, luckily, is going to go past the goal line and be a goal kick with 32-12 to go in the match. 4-2 Lady Wolverines.
What did I say? Number 10, number 5 for Douglas. They are dangerous. Not only in the breakaway, they've got speed. They've got good passing skills. We got some substitutions here. Just watch for them to really be where Douglas tries to rely on for the rest of this game, because it worked in the first half.
Olivia Bradley and Alicia Vargas checking in now. Coming off is Michaela Osborne and Jordan Anderson. Goal kick taken by Savannah Morton. No shot there. It's put over to Cammie Paskett. Paskett
Nice pass.
hits Fossey. Fossey to Olivia Bradley. Olivia Bradley looking to turn and go down the right, but she kicks it out of bounds, and Douglas will have the ball. Douglas works over to 10. 10 is now looking to come towards the left. Puts a shot on goal.
Oh, my goodness.
Is good. Beautiful shot from some distance in the upper left-hand corner. That being by, let me give you a name here, Allison Olson of Douglas.
I believe she scored the first goal, if I'm not mistaken, too. I might be wrong, but I think that might be her second goal of the day. Partner, this is probably the most unprepared I've been up here. I left my notepad in the office. I left the pens in the office. I'm working with you right now off just pure memory. So
31-18 to go in the game, and it is now 4-3. So there's that goal in the first 10 minutes I was talking about, that we were talking about, and now it's a new ball game.
It really is.
A new match. Paskett over to Riley Johnson. Johnson kicks it all the way back, and Savannah Morton will try and clear it. It's with Olivia Bradley. Douglas giving her all sorts of fits. Tries to go over to Alicia Vargas. Vargas kicks it back to Ingstrom, and now it is taken away by Douglas as they fight for it. Riley Johnson comes away with it, but Douglas now on a break. She has to slam on them on the brakes, though, to keep from going off sides. And we've got a player down hard, that being Camden Sheets. I had a chance to talk to Bo Sheets at halftime, and he is really, really looking forward to this year's boys basketball team. And before we know it, it'll be there. But we'll be there.
I'm looking forward, too.
So 4-3, that being his daughter on the field. She's got one more home game tomorrow. Reminder that the games start at 1 and 3, and that is Senior Day here at Riverton High School.
Excited to see what they do. I was at Landers Senior Night last week, and it's always a special event. I never got to do that when I played, and
Savannah able to clear, but able to clear everybody with the pass, but a little bit too hard and went right to the goalie. If she'd waited maybe a second or two to let everybody get down, it might have worked out a little bit better. But that's hindsight being 20/20.
They're just trying to keep pace right now. They're trying to make the offense of Douglas and the defense of Douglas work on their time, not the opposite way.
31-18 to go in the match. 4-3. Riverton was 4-2 at half. Was 2-1 with 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go in the first half in favor of Douglas. So a lot more scoring than the 1-0 match earlier in the season.
And partner, that smells good. For those of you that aren't that are listening and are able to come to the game, if you need any more reason to come, they got a great food truck in the back there, serving up burritos and tacos, and it smells sublime up here right now.
Matt Hirado able to come up and stop that long pass from being anything of danger. Punts it downfield. Olivia Bradley trying to fight for it, comes away with it, and
nice
she's
pass.
going to try and hit Sealy Morton on a break. She does so. Coming down the right, Sealy's going to lose possession of it to Olson, I do believe. Nope, number 13 for them.
Oh.
She falls. Olivia Bradley with the steal. She's got an option. She gets to Sealy Morton, and Morton not going for it at all. So it'll harmlessly go over the goal line and be a goal kick for Douglas. And
oh, no.
31-14 gone in the half. So in the match, excuse me. So or still to play. God, what a beautiful view tonight.
I know, right? And they mentioned it at halftime. Olivia Bradley only has one goal in the season because she's been hurt for most of the season, partner. And I'm loving the effort that she's putting up right now, knowing that she just came off injury. She's being physical with Douglas defense right now. She's not letting very much get by her.
So at the midfield, Douglas looking to push. They do so, but it's going to be taken away. Bradley coming up, gets it back towards Riley Johnson, taken away. Savannah Morton fighting for it. Savannah able to get it up across midfield, but taken away. It goes right to Riley Johnson. Johnson's going to try and hit Sealy Morton. Morton's not going to get there in time, and it's going to go. Goalie way off their line, misplayed it. Sealy Morton with a long shot, just unable to keep this side English off of it, and it's going to curve its way out of bounds.
That was a strange sequence of events
for a goal kick. So, yeah, not well played there by Douglas, no doubt. So
just strange. When she kicked it, it kicked off the side of her foot and went about 2 feet forward right into Sealy Morton's lap, basically. And here we go.
Riverton coming down. Maddie Fossey with it. Maddie Fossey looking to cross. Gets taken down in the box. Gets back up. Keeps it. Shot is deflected just wide. So right on target. And it will be a goal kick off the work of Maddie Fossey.
Boy, that Douglas goalie is tired right now. She has had to put a lot of effort into these saves over the last 2 or 3 minutes. And you're wondering maybe Riverton can capitalize on it before she gets to catch her breath.
Savannah Morton getting it ready for the corner kick, kicking it from the far left. Savannah puts it up high, bounces on the ground in the box. It's going to go out, and it is going to be a goal kick.
Oh, that was definitely off of Riverton. I thought it was off Douglas.
We're now under half an hour to go in this match. 4-3, your Lady Wolverines hanging on to the slimmest of margins as it went 4-2 half, and it was scored by Olsen of Douglas to cut it to 1. So Olsen, having one heck of a game. Taken away right off the goal kick by Olivia Bradley. She loses it. Jordan Anderson puts it on goal, but it is a very soft shot and will easily be gobbled up by the keeper of Douglas, who looks to punt it away.
And yeah, this is where you got to put what's the saying? You got to put the metal to the pedal here, the other way around. Pedal to the metal here, because you cannot be lazy in the midfield right now. Douglas is looking to get as far forward into the attacking third like they were in the first half, and it's pretty obvious Riverton right now is keeping it on their side, but Douglas is pushing a lot of people back, doing exactly what they were trying to do in the first.
Savannah Morton with it, tries to get a long pass over to Olivia Bradley. Olivia chasing it down. It's going to be kicked for out over the goal line for a goal kick. Maybe a little bit overreaction there by Douglas conceding the the corner kick. And this time, Cammie Paskett will look to take it. So we're getting all sorts of 2 times that Savannah Morton hasn't taken in this game. Cammie eyeing up. It looks like they're going to run onto the goal, or that she's going to kick it pretty far out. Paskett throws her arm up, puts it into the middle, almost taken by Jordan Anderson, almost had a deflection in the goal. Coming away with it is Alicia Vargas. Taking away Jordan Anderson. It goes wide. But still on target, and the goalkeeper dives to save it. Nice little shot, a little bit more oomph behind it, and Jordan would have been looking at her second goal of the game.
That was not just by Jordan, too. That was 2 or 3 Riverton Lady Wolverines that had chances at it, and the Douglas Lady Bearcats just halted it.
Easy offsides called there on Douglas, so I do expect Savannah Morton will take this kick, especially distance, as we're at 26:50 to go in the match. Again, Lady Wolverines can clinch the #1 East seed in state playoffs with a win today.
And you know that that's on their mind. And I think earlier when they were playing a little bit.
Sealy Morton with it going down towards the baseline, looks for the cross. It's going to come down. Oh, Maddie Fossey unable to keep control of it. Pinching up is Aspen Brown. Brown looking to get it towards the goal, unable to do to Alicia Vargas with a high arcing shot way off target, and it'll go out for a goal kick. So you're saying, partner, sorry about that.
No, I was just saying that #1 seed might have been in their mind earlier when they were playing a little bit less than perfect, or a little bit less than as good as they have been. And right now, I mean, it looks like they are playing the same style of play that we've been calling for the last couple weeks, and it's working. But you know, that #1 seed is definitely in their mind.
Reminder, while they can clinch it tonight, they cannot lose it tonight. They can only lose it if they lose tonight and tomorrow afternoon against Newcastle.
And I believe they need Torrington to win both their games as well.
Okay, Camden Sheets pinching up, winds up over in the hands of Jordan Anderson, and Douglas able to clear it to safety. It will go out of bounds for a Riverton throw with 25-28 to go in the game.
I'm excited to see just how they play this last half because they've been pretty strong on offense, unlike that first half of the first half. And now look at this.
Douglas looking to push back. Savannah Morton there. She's going to keep it, get it to her goalie, Meharada, who's going to clear it out, looking for Aspen Brown. Brown has it taken from her, and they get it to Olsen, I do believe. Yes, Olsen with the turn. She already has won this half. Taken away, rubbed off of it by Savannah Morton. Savannah looking to clear it. It is going to be picked up by Douglas, though. They're looking to feed it down, but way too many people knew they were standing in offsides position, so they let it roll all the way to Meharado, who picks it up and will look to punt it out as we are now under 25 minutes to go in the match.
And, partner, I misspoke earlier. It's not Torrington that needs to win both their games. It's Buffalo that needs to win both their games. And they need Riverton to lose both their games as well.
So love to just put all that in the rearview mirror and just win this one and be done with it.
Right. Then tomorrow's just about the seniors, as it should be.
Paskett's going to have a chance at a break. She's got to outrun the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper able to get to it beforehand and tries to counter. Long kick. Haley Engstrom with it now. She gets it over to Alicia Vargas. Vargas looking for options. Gets it to Aspen Brown. Brown now with it around the 36. Brown trying to hit Jordan Anderson. She's going to have an opportunity here and a sliding save to keep her from being able to tee that one up by the goalkeeper of Douglas. She is definitely putting in some work now.
I am just flabbergasted at how many good opportunities they've had that the goalie has up and stopped about 20 or 30 yards. If they can just get it right past that goalie, which I know is easier said than done, I mean, this game would be out of reach for Douglas.
Douglas on a mistake by Riverton looking to push down the right side. Savannah Morton with no other choice but to kick it out of bounds. So let's see what Douglas can do here. We are going to get some subs. It looks like we're going to see Macy Brown coming in for Alicia Vargas for your Lady Wolverines. Flabbergasted, that one of those big journalism words.
One of my favorites, I'll tell you that much. Omnipotent is probably one of my favorite words. I lost on it at the spelling bee in 6th grade. Omnipotent. I'll never forget that one. Better than ampersand. I don't think I could spell that either.
Thrown in by Douglas, kicked back by Riverton, but Douglas will maintain possession. Looking to center it. Douglas does. That should be a flag up. It is offsides as number 10 was looking to make a run there. They're definitely basing everything on Olsen for Douglas, and from what I've seen, I can't really blame them.
She's always in the right place at the right time.
Yes, Riverton, in my opinion, is the better overall team here. But if you had to tell me best overall player, Olsen and Paskett, Jordan Anderson, they're all going to be offensively, at least offensive player. I don't think Olsen has anything on Paskett. I'm not sure Paskett has anything on Olsen.
Now, number 5 for Douglas was also a key player in the first half.
Paskett now with a chance at a breakaway, but the goalie's going to get to it, and they're going to throw up the flag anyway for offsides against Cammie at 22 minutes exactly left in this match. 22 minutes as the score now reads 4-3 Lady Wolverines until the 1 seed. Be extremely important. The West extremely strong this year, so you really want to make sure you have as easy a path as you can hope to have against that Western region, Sean.
Yeah, and we're talking best players, especially on girls soccer teams. Lander has 2 great players, Emma Getz, senior, and Delaney Sullivan, who's been out a couple games with injuries. Both of them can take the game in their hands, much like Sean Carruth for the boys of Riverton. He can just do what he wants, just like the Lander girls I just mentioned can pretty much do what they want.
Well, Riverton and Lander Valley High Schools both looking at very high seeds and opportunities to go potentially to try and get to that final game. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out next weekend. Reminder, you can watch all that action on WyoToday's YouTube page
and Facebook page. Got some technical difficulties? No, we got it.
We did have some technical difficulties as your phone was causing a little bit of a grief thing here.
Apologies.
So I don't think they can tell.
So no technical difficulties. We are the technical masters up here. We're perfect at everything.
No, we're not even close.
And Douglas is getting some good reps in here trying to get.
We're having all sorts of problems now. Your phone cord was on the mouse pad. Right, there we go.
Throw in by Savannah here. I think we're good here.
No, we're anything but, actually.
I know.
Okay.
And Douglas here, while you fix this, I'm going to help you out here. Douglas with the throw-in, and it is right into the feet of.
I'm going to have to shut down, folks, for just a few moments. I'll be right back on WyoToday Media. We do